Somebody asked me a question and the person said, how did you really feel when your ex-husband got married? And I had to give her a very sincere answer. And this is what I said. Hello, welcome to another episode of Midnight Gist series. It's good to be here again to gist, because I got gist for you today. So, my dear, if you have been coming here to hear gist, why don't you just subscribe? Give me a subscribe, okay? Give me a thumbs up. Give me something. So, I had a presentation to do in school. And I have never been this terrified. Now, I've been working in HR for the past 9 years. So, like standing in front of people and talking is really not the issue because I've been able to deliver trainings, I've been able to address staff, I've had situations where I had to talk to people. But in this case, in those other cases, I never knew I had an accent. The way I talk is the way everybody talks. It was okay. But I'm in a new place where when I speak to people, they're like, oh, where are you from? You have an accent. So now I know that I have an accent because not everybody is speaking the way that I'm speaking. So it was it was a very vulnerable place to be where I didn't know if they were going to understand me because I had content. I was able to talk to them, but are they going to hear what I'm saying? So when I went to school, I stood up. I wanted to like embellish my English, like speak the little American kind of English that I know how to speak. So I prepared it and everything. So when I went, I stood, it was my turn. They called my name. I got up, I stood in front of the class to speak. I started speaking. No, when I looked around and I saw people's eyes, white. Their eyes, they were looking at me like this. I wanted the ground to open so that I can enter. Honestly, I was so scared that the small American English that I planned to speak went out the window. I started talking normal, the way that I'm talking now, like this. I started talking and I did fast. And I went, I've never been this nervous and insecure. Like, where you don't know if the way you talk, people are going to understand. Honestly, I wanted to break down in tears. I was so nervous, so anxious. But when I finished, I got a round of applause and I did good in that presentation. I got an A in that presentation and at the end of the day, I was so, happy and fulfilled. But it was so hard to stand in front of people not knowing if they are going to understand the way that you speak. It was so hard. Another thing again is the technology. I actually cried in school 2 days ago. Because the technology that they use here is different from what I know. Like they'll give you homework. Oh. You have to do the homework, but you don't write it on the paper or type it and submit. You have to go. There's a link. You click the link. You go to an app. You go to a page. You upload. You do this one. You do that one just to submit your assignment. And I'm not used to that. I'm not used to the technology of it all. So I was in class and I knew what to do in the homework, but is the technological part of it, like how you go about submitting your homework, that I did not know. So I will look at the app like this. I'll say, where will I start? And I saw other people doing their own. And I had no clue. I broke down in school. I started crying. I was like, why? How will I know? Why don't I know this thing? Like it was difficult for me because it's different from anything that I've known. So I discovered a resource in school that is available to students. There's a place in the library, a very wide, big space where there are private offices. You can sit down, there are computers. If you don't have a laptop, you can walk, sit down there and do your work for as long as you want. And then there are tutors. There are tutors there that you can just talk to and say, hey, this is what they call them, peer tutors. So they are there, they are available, and that's what they are there for. You just call them and you're like, okay, this is what I need. Can you explain this to me? Can you show me how this is done? So what I do after class, I pack my load and go there and go and sit down and say, okay, show me, how do they do this thing? Sometimes they are surprised that I don't know it, but I don't care. Show me. They'll show me and then I'll do it. So when everybody is going home, I don't used to go home because my own is strong. Where when you know your own is strong, where you are coming from is completely different from where you are. So you have to put in the extra time. So when everybody is going home, that's when my own school has started. So that's how I've been going through this thing. Somebody asked me a question. And now I don't know why this whole video is very personal. Somebody asked me a question and the person said, how did you really feel when your ex-husband got married? And I had to give her a very sincere answer. And this is what I said. Now, if he was not getting married, would I want him back? And my answer is a capital no. I'm sure his own answer might also be a capital no. So now, if I don't want him back and I'm not happy for him that he found someone that is getting married, then I'm doing the work of the devil. If you have an ex-boyfriend or whatever it is, your ex that you used to date or you were married to, sometimes we don't plan that these things don't work, but sometimes when it doesn't, you know that you don't want to be with this person anymore, but at the same time, you kind of don't want the person to move on. You have a problem. You don't want the person to find somebody and move on. Let the person move on, you find somebody and move on. One day I'll talk about these things, but thing is, let people move on and be happy for people when good things are happening in their life, because guess what? Good things are going to happen in your life too. So that's basically all for this video. It's so short, but I hope you enjoyed it and I'll be bringing you more. Please subscribe and have a beautiful day. Thank you. Bye.